Yes, let's just wait for people to join in. In the meanwhile, please start typing your cities, the cities that you are from. And also, people who are joining for the first time, please type FT for the first timers. Gopi, Krishna, first timers. Ritika, first timer. Okay. Nice. We are just getting started. We are just waiting for a few more people to join in. Okay, so a very warm welcome to Parenting Sadhana. And I'm so delighted to see you all here. And it shows the commitment you have towards your children, taking out time for them and trying to level up your parenting skills. Really great. So pat yourself for that. I want everyone to clap for themselves. Clap for yourself. Okay, so today we are going to take up a very, very important topic for which I have been getting so many requests. And that is about how to motivate our children, right? So, who all are facing this issue that their children are not getting motivated despite of us doing so much for them. Type me if you are facing this issue as of now. Type me. Almost everyone, almost everyone. Okay, right. So, what do you think? Uh, I'm sure something would be working for them, right? What motivates your child the most? Can you share that? Maybe in past or in present. What is that thing that motivates your child the most? If you want to get something from them, how do you go about it? Share that one thing that has worked for you. You don't bribe, Niharika. That's very good. Okay. Pankhuri, gifts. What kind of gifts do you give them? And for what kind of things? And how many? Jasmine, time to watch TV. Time to watch television. Okay. Seema, screen time. Okay. So see, we know that we are giving them all those things, but still that motivation is not working, right? So somewhere we understand that we have to do things differently. You believe that, right? So write differently in the chat box if you think that we should be doing things differently. Okay, Pankaj, you have tried so many things, but nothing works. Yes, that's why we are here today to discuss this, right? Because we know that we have done so much and still it's not working. So, why it's not working? See, today's generation is very logical and smart. It's not that, they are much ahead of us. If our ways are not working, what can we do about it? We cannot change the generation, right? We have to change ourselves to work in a way that works for them, right? So, what is that we are going to discuss today? So, first of all, let's try to understand why our motivation, whatever ways we are uh, working with them, our old parenting styles, if I may call it, is no longer working. Can you give me two reasons why it's not working, or any one reason? So typically, our motivation style is what? Either reward based or punishment based. Either do this or you will not get this, or do this and you will get this. That carrot and stick policy, the very old policy. Now, why it's not working? First of all, let's try to address that, because if we don't address and completely understand that we cannot move forward to what will work for them, right? So why does the punishment not work with them? Do this or else, wala think it does not work, right? Why? Because this generation is smart. They know कि अरे नहीं मिलेगा तो अब अभी नहीं मिलेगा कह रहे हैं बट दे तो देंगे ही, बिकॉज वी हैव बीन सच ग्रेट प्रोवाइडर्स. हम बच्चों की हर ख्वाहिश तो पूरी करते ही हैं. उनको पता ही है कि ऐसे बोल रहे हैं लेकिन अल्टीमेटली उन्होंने दे ही देना है, राइट? एंड दे आर बीइंग वेरी लॉजिकल. दे थिंक कि ये ऐसा बोलते हैं मगर कर देते हैं. या फिर वो पनिशमेंट से इतना ऊपर उठ चुके हैं कि ठीक है आपने दे दी आप तो हर बार ऐसे ही करते हो, आई डोंट इवन केयर नाउ. पनिशमेंट का डर भी निकल गया इतनी बार पनिशमेंट मिल मिल के. कुछ केसेस में ऐसा भी है, राइट? बट रिवॉर्ड, पनिशमेंट तो एक चीज हो गई, रिवॉर्ड से वाई आर दे नॉट हैप्पी? लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दैट. Because they are very very logical. They say why should I do this? What's the point? What's in it for me? अगर आप कह रहे हो कि हिंदी पढ़ो, मुझे हिंदी नहीं अच्छा लगता, क्या हो जाएगा इससे? सबको पता है कि अरे 12th में थोड़ी हिंदी लेना है मैंने. So why should I study Hindi? Just because you're telling me to. Show me the reason, na? Real reason. Talk real. So they need a sense of purpose. They need that clarity of why. Why should I do this? So we have to converse differently with this generation so that they understand what we are asking them to do. So for that, we need to understand what is it that motivates them. Rewards and punishments don't motivate them. So what is it that motivates them? What motivates them is IICCA. What is IICCA? Just type in the chat box IICCA, which is impact, innovation, curiosity, contribution, and autonomy. Okay, what is the impact they are making? Why should they do this? What is new about it? Innovation, curiosity. In what way are they contributing? Contribution, autonomy, that feeling of independence, that I have the liberty, the freedom to do it my way. So what has to shift in our vocabulary to make them understand that all these things are getting addressed, or any one of these things is getting addressed, so that they crave ownership in whatever they are doing. See, without a sense of ownership, if we are just asking them to do certain things, that will never happen. ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है. They want meaning in what they are doing. They don't want to waste time. This generation is very very time conscious कि मेरा टाइम कैसे मैं यूटिलाइज कर रहा हूँ. वो अपना मोबाइल करें, स्क्रीन टाइम करें, that's their thing because that's their entertainment source. But whatever they are working on, it should get them value for their time. They are very clear about that. So we have to get them that clarity. And how will that clarity come? From the way we converse with them. Like for example, if we are saying कि study hard to get a job, इसका impact क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं होगा. It will fall on deaf ears. But if you're saying build the skills to do what excites you in life, that is something they want to work upon. Right? Agree? Do you agree? Just type agree if you find that, yeah, this is the way we should be talking. Build the skills to do what excites you in life. Okay? Another example. If you say, if you don't do this, you will be a failure. If you don't study for 7 hours a day, of course you'll be a failure. You'll not be able to get good marks. Instead, to what kind of person do you want to become, or what kind of marks do you want to score? Ask them what do they want to do, and then you can nudge them in the right direction. Instead of saying that, oh, to get 99%, to get 90%, you have to study these many hours. You ask them, what do you want to, how much do you want to score? Do you think your child will say, I want to score only 50% or I want to score only 70%? No, never. They will always want to score higher only, right? And even if they say, I want to score 85%, that's also good enough. But at least have them that ownership, give them an opportunity to have that ownership. If they want to prepare for 85 and say right now they're at 80, they're themselves saying 85, then don't push for 90. Then let them take that ownership for 85. But again, the vocabulary is something that I keep saying time and again is what matters the most. Then don't say that, अच्छा लेकिन 85% के साथ ना तुम पढ़ नहीं रहे हो, मुझे पढ़ते दिखाई नहीं दे रहे हो. No. Then say कि, oh wow, that's great. I'm sure you will be able to do it. Show confidence in whatever they want to do, even if it's smaller than whatever benchmark you have set in your mind for them. Let them come up with their what they aspire to do and support them and show full belief in them. Right? So, where our parenting is, somewhere feeling disconnected because we are not having those kind of deeper conversations with them. This generation needs a different kind of guidance, not on the routine tasks that they have to do, but showing them the vision that which direction they have to take to, reach somewhere. So they need that freedom with structure. They just don't need that task and to-do list. They need freedom also. So we have to remember that freedom part very, very importantly, right? So just type in different kind of guidance. DKG, different kind of guidance. Type that in the chat box. Don't be lazy for the chat box. You are spending so much time. Let's just try to keep all these in our memories because, when you type, you are more alert, right? Yes. So I'll just share a few more examples of how we can talk to them differently. Like we can say, we can move our style from commands to conversations. Okay. Like instead of what's your plan for, like instead of saying like, you better study, you could say, what's your plan for today? Here you're not commanding them. You're getting into a conversation. What's your plan for today? Okay. Or if you're telling them that, okay, so build on your coding skills. Instead of that, if you say, what's the one skill that you would like to learn this year? You are helping them get more clarity of what they want to do with their time. Okay. Or if you tell them that, oh, I told you so, when they don't get good marks. Instead of that, if you say that, what did you learn from this? You are giving them only an opportunity to introspect, which will not happen the moment you say, I told you so, they'll become defensive, right? So you tell them, what did you learn from this? So you have to help them reflect and you have to curb yourself, curb that habit of reacting, right? Then, if your child asks, why should I do this? He is asking, why should I do this? And typically, what do? We start lecturing, give long, long lectures. Instead of that, just try to relate it to their interest area, to their growth. That why should they do this? Because this might help them with something that how it is meaningful for them. Try to connect the dots. Don't just tell about अच्छा उसने किया तो इतना हो गया उसने किया तो इसलिए हो गया सब लोग कर रहे हैं इसलिए तुम भी कर लो. Don't give them vague answers and big lectures. Just get into a conversation with them. It's something that you have to start doing as your kids are growing up, right? We cannot be just providers. We have to be partners because we are already giving them so much, right? You agree all of that, right? We really give them a lot. But still, if something is falling short, they're still demotivated. We really have to work on a different parenting style, different guiding style, right? So I want you this week, just, think that what is that one command that I've been using? How can I change that into a curious question? Like, for example, instead of why are you wasting time, to what do you feel is stopping you from starting? Right? Isn't that a better way to ask? Instead of saying, why are you wasting time? If we replace it with, what do you feel is stopping you from starting? That will make the child think through. And then he might come up with answers. And when you speak, pause. Let them think. Let them come up with the answer. Don't jump to the next sentence like, हाँ तुम lazy हो, तुम करना ही नहीं चाहते, तुम बोलते हो लेकिन करते कुछ नहीं हो. No, just question and then pause. Let them speak. Let them reflect. Right? So I think that once we start practicing, it will give you a better insight into how it's working. And in our weekly call this time, we will, discuss how it is working with you all, and all those who are members here. And for others, of course, you can always DM me, or you can leave your, the people who are on YouTube can always leave their comments in that description. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow. And happy parenting. And thank you so much for joining Parenting Sadhana. Goodbye.